We are live from the parish. Sept taking on Holy Cross. It's the 8 o'clock hour on the Allstate Sugar Bowl Prep Football Roundup. That means it's time for our Allstate Sugar Bowl interview of the week. We got a special treat for you this week. Joining us on the program tonight is legendary Virginia Tech coach Frank Beamer, Beamer Ball. He holds a 280 win, 143 loss, and 4 tie all-time record. He's been inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame back in 2018, and we're so glad to have him on the program tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I welcome into the program Coach Frank Beamer. Coach Beamer, thanks so much for joining us on the program tonight. We're really honored to have you.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. Nice to talk with you.
All right, so Coach, you played cornerback for Virginia Tech. Then you returned to become the head coach at your alma mater. Tell our listeners a little bit about what's it like to have the opportunity to not only play at a school, but then return to that school as its head coach.
Well, number one, it doesn't happen that often. And number two, I think there's even more loyalty involved. The more you want to bring your team along and achieve at high levels, being it was your school, it was your friends, it was where you spent a lot of great moments, and you wanted to represent your team so well, your school so well. So that I think it has a little more meaning when it's your school.
Well, Coach, you did a good job representing your school because you made it to 23 consecutive bowl games in your career. And your first Sugar Bowl, you get a 28-10 win over Texas. Your Hokies actually trailed 10-0, but you get a punt return for a touchdown and a pick six to help take the lead and seal the victory. How special was it for you to get that first Sugar Bowl victory against Texas?
Well, it really was special, and returning interceptions and kicks were kind of the identity of our team, so it kind of follows suit how we went about winning ball games at Virginia Tech back then. And I'll tell you this, I think it was a new day at Virginia Tech when we beat Texas in the Sugar Bowl. It was a name opponent and a name bowl, one of the big 4 bowls in the country. And I think after that day, after we beat Texas, and a lot of people saw it on TV and the whole works, I think people thought about Virginia Tech a little differently. So I think that was a game changer for Virginia Tech.
Coach, some other game changers are playmakers, and you've had some of those at your career at Virginia Tech. Michael Vick, obviously one of the best quarterbacks in college football history. He helped lead you back to the Sugar Bowl. You played Florida State with Michael Vick for the BCS National Championship in the Sugar Bowl. So tell our listeners, what kind of emotions are you going through as a head coach, knowing that you're playing for a national championship? And do you do anything different, like pregame rituals, or you keep everything the same?
Well, I'd like to have a do-over, but I'll tell you how it goes. We played Florida State so many times, and they were always so talented and better than we were at the time. And I had in my head that we probably had to do something special to beat Florida State. And as I think back, with Michael Vick and Corey Moore and the team we had, John Eagleburger, we really didn't have to do anything special. I think we were good enough straight up to beat Florida State. So, I always wanted to go back and just play them straight up and to see if we couldn't beat them. But I think I kind of let the teams we played in the 90s influence how I coached in that particular game.
Well, you had to really be a good coach to do what you did in 2012 in the Sugar Bowl. That was actually the only overtime game in Sugar Bowl history when your Hokies are playing Michigan. And, Coach, your starting kicker gets suspended. Your second-string kicker breaks curfew in New Orleans, which, I'll give him credit. That's pretty easy to do. So you get, like, your 18th-string kicker who drove the bus there, right, to just kind of get you through the game.
Yeah. How about that, though? You have all that happen to you, and then the game, which you kind of would expect it to be like this. So it gets down to can you make this field goal or not? Are you still there?
Yeah, Coach.
Okay, yeah. No, I just I finished my thought there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great game. And look, so much history. Virginia Tech and your coaching there, coined Beamer ball and getting to play in Sugar Bowls, getting to play for a national championship. And I'll tell you, you're considered by the Sugar Bowl to be one of the classiest coaches in the industry. So what is it that you do to instill in others that you can receive that kind of sort of compliment?
Well, Sugar Bowl people were great. Paul Houlihan, all those years we dealt with him and all the people, we just had so many connections to the Sugar Bowl and just wonderful people, a great city to come to and play a bowl game. There was just so many things good about the Sugar Bowl and Virginia Tech being a part of it. So I'll always remember and be thankful for that.
Well, hopefully, maybe, Coach, your son Shane might be able to get his Gamecocks up there and get to play in the Sugar Bowl pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, I'm hopeful. He's doing a good job. He's got him a good staff, and the program is going well. So, I think he's got it under control. He knows exactly what he wants to do, and hired himself a good staff, and so we're pulling for him to keep on being successful.
Well, Coach, look, we appreciate you stopping in and chatting with us, reminiscing with us a little bit tonight on our program. And I tell everybody that comes on the show and does our interviews that I can't let you off too easy because I had to take the bar exam. So you come on my show, you're going to take the bar exam. So we're going to do. So don't worry, Coach. We're going to do Brad's bar exam. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. True, false questions only. You just got to answer true or false. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, true or false? You grew up on a farm.
True.
The town where you grew up was called Fancy Pants.
False.
The town that you grew up was called Fancy Gap.
True.
You started as a cornerback for Virginia Tech.
I did. True.
Your first contract with Virginia Tech as a coach paid you $80,000 a year.
True.
Nick Saban made over $11 million last year.
True.
While you were at Virginia Tech, the term Beamer ball was coined.
True.
It got its name because you wrote your name, Frank Beamer, on all the footballs before practice one day.
That's a false.
Okay, it's got its name because your teams actually scored on offense, defense, and special teams.
That's true.
You have a statue of yourself outside of Lane Stadium.
True.
You're an author of a book.
True.
You wrote a song on the Billboard Top 10.
False.
You were actually an honorary assistant basketball coach for a game while you were at Virginia Tech.
I think that's true.
All right, there you go, Coach. We adding it up. Let's see. You passed. Great, 100%. Good job.
Thank goodness. I was worried about that.
Look, Coach, we appreciate you stopping in. Good luck to you. Hopefully your son has a successful season at South Carolina. We'll see him in the Sugar Bowl shortly.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be perfect. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Okay, see you.
There he is, legendary head coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies, Frank Beamer. Don't touch the dial. We're going to come back with more reports from around the state right here on the Allstate Sugar Bowl Prep Football Roundup, only on WWL.